My name is Bianca. I'm calling from Germany, and I worked with Daniel Unadijk in the process of making a dating app. And I really enjoyed working with him, and I can recommend him for various reasons. So the first thing I really enjoyed is his communication style. In the process of having a remote work where you have never met and never been actually in the same room, it's really important that you can trust the commitment for communication in that process, because whatever I'm going to say has to be translated into a product, and that he does. So whenever I talk to him, he listens with a level of precision that when he asks back, he asks exactly the right questions to get the product itself on the next level. So even when I had the idea flashed out and I explained it to him and I showed him my little scribbles, he would point out straightly this and here and here, and even suggested things that he would do differently. And that made me trust this relationship very well, because of course I want to work with somebody to actually make the product in the end version better. So the fact that I can trust the communication to be precise enough to sustain a relationship in that distance was highly valuable. The second thing I really enjoyed is the beauty of his work. So he did the design for our audio first dating app prototype on Figma. And so I had scribbled, I had ideas how it looked like, but his job was also like to implement them and to create them. And he did make them look better and more modern and more sexy, I'd say. So also that I liked. And if I didn't like some of his suggestions, he was very fast in also changing them again. So this I also really enjoyed. And I'm happy with the outcome, so that I'm gonna keep on working with him to getting the prototype to the next level. The third thing I wanted to mention is the sense of communication. So if you work with somebody on something that is so dear like your project, you of course want to have the quality of the work good. You want to have the communication precise and effective and efficient, but you also want to feel like a human. And I know that he has many clients because he's like a quality good service provider. But I always felt like he would talk to me as a person. So he remembered the things I personally talked about him about. I have small children, and he kept on not forgetting that fact. So I also, as a human-to-human relationship, I really enjoyed working with Daniel, which is why I can full-heartedly recommend him for every project that you have in mind. He did a great job for me, and I'm looking forward to work with him again. The problem-solving skills of Daniel are really on exactly the level I needed, because we created something that didn't exist before. It was an audio-first app, and so there were things that I didn't have any answer to. And he did research, and with a very quiet attitude, he did research, came back with suggestions, and find ways to make it work. So he always was very problem-solution oriented. And his design skills, I can just say that I'm proud of how it looks like. So I'm really happy about showing around the end result. And so I would say his design skills and problem-solving skills are exactly on the point where you need them to be for any project that you create so far distance. So with service providers where you never sat in the same room, it is really crucial. So I did this before with others, and I felt it was a waste of money, because I said something and created it, and then I hoped, oh no, that must be so clear. And then the product I got back showed to me how not clear it was, or how little the person listened. And if you find that out when you get the product, that's really frustrating, because then it's already too late and the money's already spent. And so with Daniel, he would flag very early, this part is not clear, this part is not clear. And so this precision of his communication made me trust that I don't waste my money by him building something that I don't need. And that is really not the case for all the people I worked with beforehand. So his language skills, by the way, his English is just spot on. And better than mine, in fact. And that's why that was easy for us to communicate in. And he wouldn't, with other providers, I sometimes met their experience that they would just be polite and wash over things that they couldn't do. And he was very honest when it came to this, I can't do it, this I would do differently, this I can only do next week. And that was data points that really helped me. So that was different than other service providers, and made the quality of work actually possible. Yeah.